I wonder how long I had that muted. Probably a long time. Anyways. Yeah. Whoops. Probably since I went to the restroom. Oh well. That clearly shows that I'm talking to myself. Anyways. When you've got yourself to talk to, you know, I don't know what I was gonna come up with that one. So we've got that label added. Pretty sure I changed the name of it. Yeah. It says wire the profile dashboard logic. So I'm going to go into logic CS. This one. Just look for this thing. Okay, did not find that. Oh, this is separate. Okay. Flub mode. I think you can add it there. Auto edit profile. Doesn't tell me where it is. Oh. Yeah, I think I need to take that allergy stuff. See if that helps. So I'm looking for a auto edit profile class. Doesn't tell me where it is. I don't even look at this much enough to auto edit algorithms. I can just do a okay. It's inside what? Okay, this is a dashboard. I mean, that makes sense because we're, well, am I changing that? I don't know. Can you? That's an odd choice. Keep the rest. Yeah. Why is it one of... Main for... Okay. I put in the wrong one. That's why. So we're doing this. Yeah. There we go. It says open main form CS. That is, I feel like I need to rename these because it's too confused, too generic. What does that mean? Profile? Hmm. It's not really what I wanted to do. I know what it's doing, but whatever. I mean, I can understand the logic, maybe. It wants to be inside here. I can paste that in there. Okay, it didn't do anything. Why did it not work? Copy. Paste. Paste. Copy. Okay, it insists on not working, so checked. Action B-roll gaps. It's not. Reaction spikes. Nah. Let's see. Did I click on the right thing? No, I didn't. Just gonna copy paste these. Do this one. I don't know if I can have them the same name. It shouldn't be a problem. Unless there's things that use both. Like, unlikely. So there's that. I think I copied that. Let's do it again just in case. Yep. Next. Please. Bless. I kind of understand why it chose to put it in the dashboard, because there's calculations that would potentially happen that don't need to run in the video editor. But it would be nice to have the option of all three types, all two types, and then a combo. Two different combos, technically. Technically. Main form logic. Whoops. Yeah. I'm just going to put it in the bottom here. I 'em. 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 'Em Yeah, the AI just isn't thinking of things that. Let's see what it says. There's a lot of benefit, but there's clearly downside still to all this. Man. Man. Let me see if I can jury rig a solution. Hmm. Let's see if that works. Don't tell me it swapped my account. Nope. Okay. Let's put that back up. Actually, it might fail. We'll see. Let's run that again, see if it runs. Looks like it. Cheap and stingy. Man, at this point, if I were to use an API or like a paid thing, maybe it would be faster to do, but it wouldn't necessarily be any better. And it might, long term, it might not even work how I want it. So, although, I mean, I think I'll eventually get some use out of this, regardless. I'm just having issues with deciding on specific, like very specific details of how it should work. Practice. I have to find a document to add. Huh. Oh, that needs to auto select aggressive combine. So I was going to load up the AI. Do have a new prompt as well. Reasoning budget. That's a lot of tokens. 100,000. 2.1 billion. That doesn't seem realistic. That's a lot. I think I have the context. See if I can even see what the... Oh, well, print it out. Here's the prompt. Here's what it detected. Start end. So these are supposed to be the bad ones. I think it would want it also where it finds all of the takes. Not sure how that would work. So that ran. Zoning out. Let's see. In the wrong folder. Wrong drive. Wrong folder. Whoops. All right. It's not going to even be used. Let's see what we got. Start RC sent me equipment. A lot of it is focused on action camera. Putting a GoPro on a backpack basically with a quick... I do use a GoPro a lot for my convention videography work, but I do use a GoPro a lot for my convention videography work, putting a GoPro on a... I mean, it found... As I mentioned, one has the quick releases. It's not supposed to split between words. One of the quick releases. With the two buttons, you're going to have to push those buttons together to obviously lock or unlock the GoPro from one of the quick releases. and each button corresponds to the other side of the quick release. So you can, whether you want the quarter 20, or this. These cuts don't make sense to me. Micro silence. So it's supposed to be making these cuts. Are there too many here? Oops, there should be cut within 1 second. 2 to 11. That doesn't make any sense. Two to 11. That's 1. And this one's, where's the timer? 21. 21 to 25. Yeah, this doesn't make sense. Oh wait, no, those are the silence ones. 1 to, okay, 1 to 21. Yeah, that's in there. Man, this is irritating, that jumping and boarded take 25 to 50. Flub. 126 to 136. Yeah, there's 126 to... It seems like it's cutting properly. A lot of this is focused on action cameras. Got 2 different quick release mounts. Uses the standard GoPro. The company
RC sent me equipment to try out and make a video on. They had no say in the content of the video, but I did receive this at no cost. Let's get started.
So this is the good take, I think. So all this stuff in the back. Let me see, where is this in the time of 50? No, that's not, I keep looking at that. So there's an end at 50. So yeah, this is a bad take. That's correct. But it thinks this is something useful. That's just didn't take a look at. That's a bad take. The company Start RC sent. Okay, I did change it. A lot of it is focused. Yeah. So I mean, sure. It's not useful. But we would have to figure out how to portray that. The company Start RC sent me some equipment to try out. A lot of it is focused on action cameras, specifically GoPros a lot of the time. I've got a nice bag. It's a sling bag. The company
Start RC sent me equipment to try out and make a video on. They had no say in the content of the video, but I did receive.
A lot of this is focused on action cameras. Got 2 different quick release mounts. Uses the standard GoPro. Wish it would stop shifting this. I can't copy it either. It's a list. It's not a text file. Text box. We look at this. What point is that's 126. There's a 136. So this is supposed to be a good take. $136. And the sling bag has a quick release on it. Okay, this will make more sense. So I'll do this. Okay. So what it thinks are bad are the ones down here. The company Start RC sent me. It should have labeled that as a bad take. It sent me a nice
clamp mount with an extension arm to it, as well as this sling bag.
The sling bag has a quick release on it. Whatever you want to use there. I don't know how useful this is going to be. Putting a GoPro on a backpack, basically. Buttons, you're going to have to push those buttons together
to obviously lock or unlock the GoPro from one of the quick releases. And each button corresponds to the other side of the quick release.
Yeah, that makes no sense here. You want the quarter 20 or the standard connection, you'd have to put a lot of force. Whether you'd want the quarter 20 connection on the bottom or the... I mean, that's correct in a way. Whether you
would want the quarter 20 or the fin connection depends on your use cases. You can use them together.
You can use them together. It doesn't understand that this was still that. Whether you'd want the quarter 20 connection on the bottom or the fins would... I don't know how I could portray this to the thing to help it figure out logic for this. I mean, I could do it myself, but yeah. Let's try just the AI one. Let's undo that. Okay. Let's try that. That's good. The company start our... As I mentioned,
One has the quarter 20 connection. I do use a GoPro a lot for my convention videography work, but I do use a GoPro a lot for my convention videography work.
With these, it's not going to work out for my specific use case because of how... That's not... I do use a GoPro
A lot for my convention videography work, putting a GoPro on a backpack basically with a quick release setup, but with these, it's not going to work out for my specific use case because of how the...
Wait a second. I do use a
GoPro a lot for my convention videography work, putting a GoPro on a backpack basically with a quick release setup, but with these, it's not going to work out for my specific use case because of how the clamps to those fins work. You can't do a full 90-degree angle to them, but I mean, it depends on your use case if these will work. I'd say the best orientation for these quick release devices is to be fully vertical with a GoPro or whatever, having it fully vertically attached to these mounts.
Yeah. It would need to understand a lot. You'd have to put a lot
of force on the buttons at the same time to release it.
Whether you want
the quarter 20 or the standard connection, whether you would want the quarter 20 or the fin connection depends on your use cases. You can use them together. Whether you'd want the quarter 20 connection on the...
that's not bad. It sometimes does block the memory card door. One benefit of these is that...
Using the standard screw, and one potential benefit of these, depending on how your...
One of the
potential benefits of these...
A potential benefit
of these...
I mean, yeah, those are all bad takes. And
so your connector for the GoPro and the screw that locks those two pieces together.
A potential benefit
of these, depending on your standard equipment. So your connector for the GoPro and the screw that locks those two pieces together. Depending on how that's orientated.
It's including part of the good take, I think. Overall, these are
interesting. Depends on your use cases, I'd say.
There's probably a lot of stuff in here too that's wrong. Those are pretty versatile. Overall, pretty interesting. So those are pretty versatile in that use case, I think. Overall, pretty interesting. Next up is the clamp mount. This is a pretty... Just make sure you're using the shorter piece. It does have a little rubber grommet. Make sure you're using the shorter quarter 20 screw to attach to the clamp itself. It does have a little rubber grommet. Yeah, it's doing it again. I can show this to it. So you can just draw on this. Oh, that is not a good font for that. Yeah. I did try this out with a few small cameras, and I think that's a really nice combination. I did try this out. Yeah, it's doing that. Maybe that's intentional, because then I would just decide which ones. Like it finds that group. Yeah, maybe that's intentional. We could also clip based on just things that aren't real words or make sense in a sentence and then separate them. You have to be a little bit careful of how you orientate the bag, but it will are interesting.
But for my specific use cases, I don't know how much I would use them.
Out of the equipment set,
And from Start RC, I'd say my favorite is this bag. It's very functional and unique.
they're interesting. All right. Again, keep in mind. The company Start RC sent me equipment to try out. That one didn't do the rehash thing. The company Start RC sent me some. Maybe I'll send it the file and see if it. I'm gonna. I don't really bother giving it this. It's pretty gigantic. Well, this probably needs a ton of tokens. Yeah. It's gonna destroy the amount of compute I have for this. I also didn't include the automatic. What I can do here is delete this gigantic. That helps a little bit. Oops, I shouldn't have included that. Yeah. uh, let's delete that. Take a look. This thing really glazes people. It's in glaze mode. Yeah. $15 words. I want to replace it though. It's getting kind of light. Cinderella has to go to the ball. Semantic sidecar. Did I cut sidecar? Okay, this one. Add new retake zones. List right below this. Okay. Oh. Llama orchestrator. Want to be nice to it. Should I glaze it too? Glazes me. I'll glaze it back, and then I should stop using that word. And maybe it'll do a better job. Who knows? Use the exclamation. Dashboard. Kind of running out of space. Let's take it over here, maybe. Whoops. No. I don't even know which thing that was for. Big button. Oh, it looks terrible. It's not going to have any options. Okay. Guess it's fine for now. And go into main form logic. This thing. Flub mode. Was there a movie called Flubber? Something like that? Or was it a product? Let's see. What is Flubber? Oh, it is a movie. 1997 with Robin Williams. Yeah. I don't think I ever saw that. Wire the checkbox. Main form. I mean, next. I don't think it matters. Whoops. What is this? Try it out. I think this is a prompt. I don't know what that is. This is complete. See what I could give it. Okay, he's using. Oh. Yeah, let's hope so. Mr. AI or Mrs. AI or Miss or whatever it is. Oh, okay. Label. Button. No, that's it. Okay. Guess no options really. Font. So I can paste that in. Nope. Sugoi. Sugoi or Segway. I don't know. Is it bold? 10. Sugoi. Ooh, whoa. Okay, near the top. Okay. What did I just copy? I don't remember. Okay, that's in there. This thing. Man, I gotta use the restroom again. Dang it. It's been odd lately. I've been probably drinking too much everything, liquid. Font. I can copy paste this one. Yes. And then it's a flat style. Flat style, flat. Flat style. Oh, I'm blocking it with the chat prompt. Whoops. It's watching me click on things and nothing's happening. I'll shrink that down. So flat style, flat. Pop-up standard system. I'll just leave it like that. Save. Next. Oh, well that's generating, but uses a restroom. Guess I remembered to unmute the microphone this time. Let's see what we've got. I feel like I need to do this even more than I'm doing now because it's taking too long. But it's big. Okay. Logic. I should have it not make that thing a list. I'll do that afterwards. Oh. Duh. Where's B-roll count? There we go. New. Next. The AI, this AI is probably doing the correct thing, but I'm just gonna copy paste it. Because it inferred after adding this thing, it inferred the code here. You know, this is like early AI type stuff. And whatever this is called. I mean, it's not early, it's current, but it's a little different. Fascinating. Add diesel block near the bottom. Right before whatever this is. Okay, it's not in there. How about this? Right before that, apparently. Main view logic. Okay, we're still in here. Add this brand new method right before your that thing. Yeah, it's grayed out because it's not being used. Again, that's another IDE. Integrated development environment feature. Wire up with the button click. Main view. I can go in here and double click on it. Save. Next. Safety first. Toggle auto edit button. Back to the logic thing again. find this. Go to definition. Save. New. You are ready to build. Save, build. And we can go into this. I need to do something about that too. Would you look at that? I mean, does it make sense? Review. Intro. Let's see. So to use. I'm seeing the bracket keys aren't doing anything. Oh. Dartars. They had no say in the content. A lot of this is focused on. Well, maybe that's correct. It didn't know what the heck that was. A lot of this is focused on. Yeah, that's not. I mean, that's. Yeah. Intro. One benefit of these is that using the standard
screw, and one potential benefit of these, depending on how your standard connectors orientate to the GoPro, one of the potential benefits of these, based on some.
I mean, when you think about it, what am I showing here? Yeah, move this over, shrink it down. I'll just remove it for the moment. When you think about it, that's pretty impressive because it says that, and then it found car door access. With these,
it's much easier because you don't have that protruding screw locking things together. So that's a nice little benefit potentially of these, besides the quick release nature of them.
It didn't include that. Overall, these are interesting. Depends on your use. Just make sure you're using the shorter piece to
attach to the clamp mount. Make sure you're using the shorter quarter 20 point. Make sure you're using the shorter quarter 20. Make sure you're using the shorter 20. Make sure you're using the shorter quarter 20 screw to attach to the clamp itself. It does have a little rubber grommet there.
Yeah, that's good. And then this one. Last up is this.
Last up is this small bag, usually.
It is a
sling style bag. Has an interesting texture.
Next up is this bag.
They call it the universe.
Yeah, I mean that could work because last up is zippered front. Next up is this bag. Interesting texture to it. I mean, it doesn't. It helps in a little. I mean. That's not bad. I'm going to assume there's a lot more, though. That was a quick overview of equipment. These quick releases are interesting. Yeah. Not bad. Go look at the prompt. It's probably in this thing. Oh, no, not that one. It's probably in this one. Well, that's creepy. Sure, I'll take it. You must capture the entire zone. I hate when people do red like this. It's like pricky. I could do maybe asterisks or something. Man, this is creepy. Pause as the speaker gathers their thoughts again. Let's see. Try that. I eventually want another application in the program where I can edit these prompts, and it'll save them and all that. So instead of the dashboard, it'll be like a management application. Here's our prompt. I could even just do conceptual zones. But I mean, finding the, errors is good. Let's see if it is consistent. I mean, I did change the prompt, but we'll see if it has 5 of them. Check close. Where's my mouse? Found 7 this time. Test, test, test. Good cheat. Expanded this a bit. The company Start RC sent me. No, maybe it didn't. The company Start. Let's start off with these let's start off with these clamps. As I mentioned, one has the quarter 20 connection. It tends to fail here for some reason. And that one. Whether you want the quarter 20 or
the standard connection, whether you would want the
yeah, that's a clear one. Oh, it's not going to
be a full 90 degrees that you can orientate it.
Yeah, it didn't do that properly. I mean, make sure you're using the shorter quarter 20 point. That one's good. Last up is this small bag. Okay, that's good. Whoops, what did I do? I right clicked or something. Try this out with a few small cameras and the little Polaroid Go camera, which I think would be a very, very nice. I did try this out with a few small cameras. Okay, that's good. That was a quick overview of equipment sent to me. I'd say my favorite stuff from this set of equipment. That's fine. It's got a little bit more. Guy 7. I want to give the AI enough results so it can see that how it worked. Just thought of a funny thing with it. Never mind. Going full nerd mode. Not quite. What's it talking about? How's it going? Probably gonna end stream pretty soon here, but right now I am working on a feature. I mean, it works, but basically, a local AI tries to find sections where I mess up a recording, speaking to the camera. In this case, it's just a voiceover. There's no video portion, but it works decentish, pretty okay. The company Start RCs. So you can see there's two different takes here that it found in a group, and then it labeled it up here. So review, sponsorship, equipment, intro, something like that. Pretty cool. And if we look at the other ones it found, whether you want
The quarter 20 or the standard connection, whether you would want the quarter 20 or...
So you can see how many mistakes I made in that section. That's kind of what it's meant to target in this case. Shift too much, but it's not perfect. I mean, it probably missed a bunch of things because it only found 7 in this big recording. And something like this, the endpoint isn't super logical. It probably should have ended back here. But, you know, it's kind of a start to something that could be useful. It works in audio. Yeah. It interfaces with this video editing program called Boris FX Vegas Pro. Used to be called Magix and used to be also called Sony that owned it. Oh, that's all good. Hopefully, whatever that's about, hopefully you're okay. So, best of luck with that. It's all good. You can head out whenever you feel like it. Using the shorter quarter 20 point. All right, let's see. So right now I'm going to, it's getting kind of late, but maybe I'll make a new feature that just tries to look for groupings of concept. Oh, okay. That's not too bad. I know it's irritating and frustrating, but that's hopefully not too bad. Yeah. So I'm gonna attempt just to do a conceptual thing instead of finding mistakes thing. Let's see, I did a test and it works. I'll give you a screenshot. Let me do another screenshot. There we go. Well, this idea is pretty cool and valuable in some ways. Because it hopefully finds mistakes which need to be focused on. Section helper, guide, or regionality to it. I'm going to give it a little screenshot here of this one. Third, and the third algorithmic Cool. See if I run out of compute. Oops. We can close that for now. Man, I'm giving Google some really good training data. These are free accounts, and they changed their terms of service so that they can train on all this stuff. Which I think is, I guess, a fair trade because it's helpful to me and I don't want to pay for it. I don't have the compute locally for anything remotely this advanced. It's using EM dashes. Oh, it's validating. Pseudo-human. Human is Deep Space Nine, the Quark. He was, or is, what are they called? Different species. Ferengi. And he would always say human. Actually, I think most of them would say it human. Of that species. Let's see. AI acts like a laser pointer. Highlights the exact sentence where you stumble, but ignores surrounding context. The lead-up sentence. It's a perfect opportunity to fuse semantic analysis and algorithmic math. It's not really math per se. It's built-in logic. I mean, there's some math in it. Because the LLM only sees a wall of text, it has no idea. When you took a breath or paused, I mean, you could look at, well, when you're recording unscripted video, you naturally group your thoughts with silence. Take a breath. Explain a concept. It's brilliant. Oh my. Yeah. Uh, not sure how much context I gave it. Let me see. Um, that's uh, mm, can't remember where it is. Here it is. 4.7 gigabyte. No, 4.5. See, I'm always inclusive with the AI to hopefully, team building. Make it feel, I mean, it is. It's a team effort, so. Yeah, I mean, if I had a GPU with 32 gigabytes of RAM, could probably do a larger model, add some more context. Although the thing is with these more context sometimes messes it up. Token bloat. Yeah, confusion. Pause injection. Contextual markers. When we build the plain text transcript. Interesting. Man, this... What's that meme with the guy tapping his head? That AI is pretty smart. To another clip. Oh, I don't even have the AI thing up. Whoops. I don't know if I was even reading that off. I'm really good at this. Yeah, so anyways, I'm going to go delete that clip. Ouch. Yeah. So, anyways, I mentioned the model that it's using locally, Gemma 4, and then it's a specific type, and it pulled the data for, based on the information it has as well. And it suggested pausing or long pausing is like just a basic function. And then we would do that programmatically or algorithmically, whatever term you want to use, as just another little piece of data to help this process work a little bit better. And give it my prompt. So we not run out of compute. Okay, that should be good. It's too interesting to stop quite yet. Oh, how's it going? What am I cooking? It's quite a bit. Let's see if I can explain it. So the idea is to make a application that helps me make videos from start to finish kind of thing. For example, in this dashboard application, there's a list of different projects that I've started at some point, recorded something for. So we'll have some basic properties which aren't super useful, but I also have transcription feature, and this is using the OpenAI Whisper API. But it also doesn't just use that; it uses something called Whisper timecoded, something like that. That's adds word level time coding, so it makes it possible to actually do editing with the transcription because it's exact enough. So from there, I'm trying to do some automatic editing features, kind of probably mostly based on local AI, trying to analyze it and such. So silence removal feature, I have an old one in some of my other scripts, but this one hopefully will be more accurate. I haven't tested that too much. And then right now I was doing something to kind of identify zones of the video where I mess up. I say something wrong. I try to redo it, such and such. So it kind of works decently. I can show an example of it running. But if I go here, this box is checked. We don't need that one. But I can click that. Whoops. So click that, and then it runs in this console window. So what's happening here is it's spooling up Gemma 4 local AI, which it's around 4.5 gigabytes, I think. And I only have a GPU that's 8 gigabytes of VRAM, so it's not ideal. I would like to use a better model, but it's okay so far. And then here's the prompt that I gave it, basically looking for sections of the video that I mess up, and it tries to group or find the start and end point. So what it did is it found 5 of them this time. Last time it was 7, so it's not super consistent. But yeah, so it generated a file on the back end that I can use in the video editor, which is this one. So Boris FX Vegas Pro used to be called Magix. Before that, it used to be called Sony, or they owned it. So in here, this is my script thing. This is just a random voiceover that I did probably a few months ago. So I've got this review zone thing. I click on this, and then it made these regions. So it found these groupings of different things. If I play one, nice bag. The company start. So you can see I made 2 mistakes over here, and it found those and it grouped them. They had no say in the content of the video, but this isn't an ideal place for it to put into the region, but I'm trying to work on a way to make it better with that. Yeah. Let's see. Make sure you're using the shorter quarter
20 point. Make sure you're using the shorter 2020. Make sure you're using.
So I messed up multiple times here, and it found those and made a region. So I also labeled it. It says using the shorter quarter 20 label. That's pretty good. And then the same thing here. Last up is
this small bag. Last up is this small bag. I think it's good for.
Yeah. So I messed up multiple times with that. Again, it's not perfect, and it's probably missing a bunch of things that it could label, but that's better than nothing for the moment. So the general idea now, I ran out of compute with this thing, so I'm probably going to end stream, but the general idea is to use a mix of the AI finding stuff and doing this, but then also using the timecode data that I have for words to find gaps and then push down or push up the regions so that they take a full section and, encompass a full section. Because right here, I feel like this is wrong because it should have extended this region to there instead. And so hopefully the change will do that. We'll see. So that's the general idea. This is written in C# .NET framework. The specific video editing program, again called Boris FX Vegas Pro, it has a really versatile API that you can basically do whatever you want with it. So this is just a class library DLL, again in C# .NET, which is in here. So if we scroll down, this is a big solution with multiple projects in it at this point. But down at the bottom is the project for the script in the editor, for the editor. So in here we can go into, it doesn't look great here because it gets style applied to it, so you can see that it's dark here. But it's not perfect either. I like this thing to be, I don't want that white area. I'll have to look into that. Anyways, that's what it looks on the back end. So if I click those, I can cycle through them, and yeah, it's kind of hard to read in this designer thing. But anyways, that's basically how it works. And then obviously there's code behind everything. So far it's mostly generated by the AI. That's a lot. Lots of code. So this is just the logic behind, I had it split the form code for the events with the other code related to it. Yeah. So there's a lot to it. And like I said, the general idea is to hopefully make something that can help me from start to finish with video projects. And at least so far, it's potentially going to help me out here and there. But there's still a lot of stuff that I can try to implement. Another thing I have are other scripts that I've made. So these are my older scripts. It shows up as a pop-up in this video editor. So for example, I have different things to separate events, like separate clips on the timeline, turn the thing into a vertical video, and then I can paste in time codes here and then clip up the video or clip up the selected clip from that. So I use this in combination with something like Gemini Pro to make highlight videos a little easier potentially, because I make a full video, but then I want to make a vertical highlight that's under a minute. And I have a prompt that suggests, here's the caption data for my full video. Try to find a combination of areas of it to make a highlight, a short highlight. Sometimes it works pretty decent. So that's an existing thing that I did. And then this one down here, again with a list of time codes, it'll extract out JPEG images and then apply a watermark to it. So when I want to make website articles, again based on my full video, which I can show an example of some of them that I've done. this one. So this was partially generated by AI, but I mean, it generates it. I do that feature to extract pictures, and it's not perfect, but it's a good starting point. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't even be able to justify the time to do this, make articles. So again, it's based on this full video here with all the caption data. And I tend to use Gemini Pro in AI Studio because it's pretty smart. So I give it the caption data, I give it the actual YouTube video, the link to it, and then it parses that. And those two in combination, it gives me a website article starting point. But then I edit, I do some pretty substantial editing to the article. But a lot of these pictures here were using the tool, probably the vast majority of them. I used the mix of the AI suggesting to me points of the video to take a screenshot, giving me a list of time codes, and then using my script to extract those pictures, apply a watermark, make the JPEG. So that's what it did for this one. And then again, in my prompt, I give it the option to add some like contextual information. So this is one of those examples with this specific little tripod. It gave me some contextual like definition information for the quarter 20 UNC thread type for tripods. So it just gives a little bit of additional information. And I have it generate it was made by the AI. So people know. I mean, technically, most of the article is, but yeah. So that's been very helpful because a lot of my articles on here, on this one, I mean, all of them probably, or vast majority, again, were based on a video I made. So similar process. I feel like it's a nice little thing for people that don't want to always watch a video, having the ability to read an article that is basically the same as the video. Sometimes I do add things here and there to the article to augment what was said in the video. But yeah, this is basically the same thing. So we got the pictures and all that. And these are pretty much all extracted or suggested by the AI. They're not always amazing. Sometimes it picks blurry sections of the video. Sometimes it picks things that don't really correspond to what was being said. But sometimes it does well. And all of it's basically helpful enough to justify spending what time I do spend on the websites. But I mean, websites, they're just not as popular a lot of the time these days as videos. It's just another thing that I try to do to increase visibility in my work. So this one as well was made with the AI stuff. Again, starting point. I edit the video. I edit the articles quite a bit. It's possible that I added more pictures for this one by hand. Yeah, that's a pretty big article. Yep. Let's see what else I've got in here. The remove silence thing. This is not anything special. I have used it, but I'm, again, trying to make a better one. Place photos. This is a pretty cool one. It mixes GoPro footage, like that convention article, where I go and take photos of cosplayers. So it mixes the GoPro footage with the photos themselves that I export as JPEGs, and it pulls the information from the camera, that are stored inside the files called EXIF to basically align the GoPro footage versus the pictures. So when I'm taking a photo in the GoPro footage, it'll show the pictures that I took. And that's been very helpful for those types of videos. And this one makes an overlay text with that information inside the picture. So focal length, aperture, shutter speed, ISO. I could always add more if I felt it was useful. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then here's a few other ideas that I was working on, but most of this stuff doesn't really work too well. We can try. Actually, I didn't. That one's not going to work because the data is not there. Yeah. Anyways, that is what I'm working on. But I'm going to head out for now. Hopefully anyone that saw it found it interesting. Peace. See you later.